What's up, y'all? It's your girl Ayana of Ayana Innocent Chat. I'm gonna do a live viewing of an Anthony and Amber skit because something about this skit just really pissed me off, and I want to talk about it. And I want to talk about it live. I have gotten out of reacting to Anthony skits, Anthony and Amber skits, too much because my people tend to not really want to see them. But on this day today, I felt the need to say something because I think it's a good discussion to have for grown folks to have about certain things. So I'm just alerting the posse, the chat posse of mine, and letting them know that I decided to break in with an early live. Um, talk about something that I normally wouldn't talk about. So I'm just waiting for them to make an appearance. But until then, let me go ahead and say, y'all, what's up? This is your girl Ayana of Ayana Enters the Chat. And I want to talk about an Anthony and Amber and Ernestine skit. Um, every time I try to like Ernestine, she does something to piss me off. And regardless of what Anthony and Amber have gone through with, in this skit right here, Ernestine is totally out of line. She is messy. She's a hypocrite. She's two-faced, and I can't stand her. I can't stand her. I can't stand her. So y'all hearing it from me first. I cannot stand Ernestine, and I'm gonna talk about it because this and Amber was wrong on so many levels, because she didn't handle this like she should have handled it. So I'm gonna get into it and we can talk about it because it pissed me off. We're gonna start watching. I'm not trying to monetize this. I just want to talk about what's going on in here.
I ain't never got nothing to eat. And there's plenty in there. There's fruits, there's things to cook. There's a couple yogurts and some water in there. Y'all need to get some groceries in this house. You ain't never got. You need to go home and eat your own groceries. Oh, you kicked me out? I'm just saying that would be the solution to the problem.
Okay, she talking about what they ain't got in their house. Need to go home and eat your own food. Ernestine is messy as all get out. She is one messy behind chick to me. She's messy.
Okay. Oh, look at the cat dragon. Hey, Mr. Dalton. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. Can I lean on the? Can I lean on here, or do you want me to?
Now this man, I know there's a whole nother skit where they had some words or whatever. Bump that. This is a whole different day. And she's coming in here with this energy. Oh, can I lean? Can I do this? This man walked in with his toddler in his arms. And Ernestine decided to be what he calls her. He should have called her something worse. While this man is walking in here with his child in his arms. He said, what's up? He wasn't mean to her. He ain't said not the way to her, but she come with this energy. And she like to act like she's riding for Amber, but she really not riding for Amber. She really being messy. Let's keep going.
Taking up too much space in the kitchen. Am I allowed to be here still? Can I breathe in your atmosphere, Mr. Dalton? Is that, or is that too much for you? Because I could go if you want.
Ernestine, what are you on? Why are you here?
I'm just here to visit Amber. Didn't know you were around, actually.
Well, this is my house.
She knew. Amber says, actually, you did, because I told you he was here. So again, Ernestine just on one and just deliberately trying to be messy when her life is effed up. Her life is so effed up. The last thing this chick needs to be doing is coming at Anthony or Amber or anybody else about their stuff, because her stuff is so jacked up. Now, I was like, Amber run her mouth too much when Danielle tried to get her. But at this point, Amber should have told her, get the hell out of my house. Get out my house. Amber should have set that boundary. Anthony shouldn't even have to defend himself. I don't care what Amber and Anthony are going through. Amber decided to stay there and be with her husband and help raise his child. That's a decision that Amber made. I don't give two shakes of what Ernestine feels like or how she feels about it. You don't have your husband. You don't have your child. You darn near in jail. You got drug dealers leaving dope and money at your house, at your mama's house, at the legacy that she left you. Your auntie is having to come and put folks out. And you come into this man's home and you disrespecting him. That is so jacked up. It pissed me off so bad. Like, I got to talk about it. I don't even react to their skits like that no more. But this right here pissed me off. And I don't like how Amber, again, is being all mouthy and stuff and letting this woman come into her home and her husband's house and disrespect her man. I don't care what my man done did. You ain't finna come in my house and disrespect my husband. You ain't finna do that. I don't care who you is. You be my mama and my daddy. You ain't finna come in here and disrespect him. This is his castle. This is his place. You're not gonna do that in here. No.
I know this is your house, Anthony. And am I allowed to be in your house today? You know, you and your moods. Never know with you.
Understand?
Look at Amber.
I mean, not for nothing. You are such a witch.
Yes.
It's like it's just in you. I don't know.
Now she want to act offended. Yes, you are a witch. You coming up in here. You lucky he didn't call you the B word. You coming up in this man's house, disrespecting his. Yes, we are live, baby. We are live streaming this. You coming up in this man's house, in your cousin's house, and then disrespecting. This is a choice that she made. Enough is enough.
I didn't come down here for 2 seconds, and all of a sudden you just got this nasty aura.
I'm sorry, I'm just being jokey with you. You want to do name calling, so I'm a witch?
Yes.
Anthony, don't you ever in your life call me out of my name. Don't call me a witch, because you know what? You're a narcissist.
Now she's standing 10 toes down in this man's house. And Amber, that ain't even your cousin no more. She your cousin by marriage. Exactly, Sheila. Amber needs to stop her.
How about that? Okay. You're a narcissist, and Anthony gets...
Hold on. Amber needs to stop her, and that is what's pissing me off. Amber didn't check her, because Amber was there when she started cheating on what you call it with that other dude, and Amber was there when she started cheating on Jay with J-Mo. And she's standing there and she ain't saying nothing.
What Anthony wants. It's Anthony's kingdom. It's Anthony's harem. You can laugh. Go ahead, laugh. It's funny to you.
Ernestine.
And I don't know why she talking. Ernestine ain't one to be talking about nobody harem when J-Mo is knocking back her, Melissa, and Britt, and she know about all them women. She been a part of a harem for going on a year now. Some kind of harem. When she was with Trey, she put Trey on this other chick, and then put Trey on Britt. Let Trey get on Britt. She can't talk about nobody harem. I would rather be the harem owner than be the harem participant. She gave up being a wife to be a concubine. Who do that?
House. And stop talking to my husband like that.
Baby, no.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Even then, Amber, you knew it was at his house, and stop talking to my husband like, no, get out. At this point, the same energy that Amber had for Shayla on that porch that day, that's the energy she needs to have for Ernestine right now. Because why all of a sudden is Ernestine hanging out over there now that her husband is back home? Is she hoping to see Ben over there again? What's Amber's end game? What's Ernestine's end game? That's it, Marquisa. Sweep around your own front door. She need to throw her out. Amber should have been walking her to the door. And this is exactly why Shayla is going to end up right back in Amber's house. And this time, Shayla is going to end up putting Amber out because Amber is too freaking passive. I don't care if that is her quote unquote cousin. She shouldn't have been allowed to disrespect that woman. The moment Ernestine started, she should have been put out.
No, it's not fine. Baby, y'all need to stop.
It ain't no y'all.
It's fine.
She need to get out.
You know, because look, we're here in
Because she a punk, Cheryl.
With our family. And where's your you don't have a man or a family, a man, a job. Gosh.
Actually, I've been doing job interviews, so I will have a job, and I do have a family, Anthony. You know Ava and Jeremy. They're still.
You talking about Ava and Jeremy? Jeremy don't want her no more, and she had Ava with her about as much as Shayla had Kyle with her. Have y'all noticed that? She rarely have Ava with her anymore. But and Kai ain't never with Shayla. Ernestine and Shayla are one and the same.
My family, although we're not under the same roof as you and Amber, because she took you back. Because she took you back. So,
all right, okay.
Yeah.
But CJ didn't take you back.
The devil comes in many forms. Okay, do not be swayed.
Anthony.
I'm just telling you.
Okay, y'all need to stop.
I'm good.
Y'all really need to stop.
Y'all need to stop. y'all need to stop. Amber, get a backbone. Y'all mess with my children, mess with my man, or mess with my money, we're gonna have a problem. I had to catch it almost came all the way out. Amber needs to get a backbone. And she needs to put Ernestine and anybody else that comes in her space, disrespecting her or disrespecting her husband, out of the house. This is not the Amber that originally came on these skits. Granted, everybody goes through a change, but this is not no example of no godly wife. Godly wife would have put Ernestine out. Ernestine at this point is a cancer on her home. She's creating a toxic moment in her house. And if Amber don't check it, I know, Sheila, I'm calming down. If Amber don't check her, Amber is going to find herself right back in another toxic situation. If Amber don't check her, if Amber don't set boundaries, like Shayla never would have been upstairs in my house with Kai. This 2 times I done seen Shayla coming from upstairs in their bedroom area in their home. Thank you, Sheila. Don't bring your food, Shayla. Sheila, don't bring your food. Please don't bring your food, girl. But if seriously though, because this is just bothering me, because this is an example of Amber. Marquisa, don't be laughing at me. But seriously though, Amber needs to stop letting people come in her house and say what they want to say and do what they want to do in their house. Deborah told my son, Jesus himself went through the temple and tore it up when the tax money grabbers were disrespected. That's what I'm saying. This is their temple. This their home. This is supposed to be both of their safe space. And if they are trying to build, they don't need people like that to being friend that came up in there with all that negative energy. I don't care if he was right by that solid behind food. They don't need people like Shayla coming up in there. Amber let Shayla know one time come around her husband dressed all kinds of ways and then check her. Now you got her going up into the bedrooms with the premise of getting Kai and putting Kai down. No, you let her wait up front. You go grab Kai and then you bring him out. Or better yet, have a mutual place where her and Anthony can meet. But she don't need to be walking all up and through your house. I gotta watch skits on the side. I don't necessarily respond to them like that. But Ernestine, she went after they done had they one argument. Now she coming for him again. And she wasn't joking. The energy that she had was not playful energy. It was toxic. It was aggressive. It was, I want to start a fight. That's the energy that Ernestine came with when she saw Anthony. And like Amber said, you did know he was here because I told you he was here. But Amber didn't do her job as the wife, as the woman of her house. She is letting too many people come in her house on that bull. And when I saw this skit, especially knowing, and Amber know, the stuff that Ernestine got going on right now, all that stuff she got going on. It's like she don't act like she from no Detroit. She don't even act like she connected to Georgia. Because ain't no Georgia women just going to sit around here and let nobody come in their house and disrespect their home like that. They're not going to let nobody come in their house and disrespect their husband. And then baby Kai is right there. Ernestine don't act like that in front of Ava. Don't want nobody acting like that in front of Ava. Why would she act like that in front of Kai? That home was just as happy. Amber need to meet her, just like she told Ernestine on that porch, she shut her down by Kai. She should have shut her down in this moment. She should have put Ernestine out her darn house.
Good. I'm just joking.
We're good.
I'm just joking. No, the heck you ain't.
Come on, man. We don't need you around this nasty energy.
Yeah, Kai, you don't want to be around that nasty energy, Kai.
Okay.
Narcissistic energy.
Okay.
Kai, you don't.
Yeah, let's
Come hang out with mommy in the kitchen, Kai.
Yeah, no, let's just go around and see the nice things that we have. Ooh, is this this? Marble?
Really? So y'all just argue like brothers and sisters?
No, they don't. No, they don't.
They're siblings. It's like the siblings that have they have the same dad but different moms.
He's still going. You still going. Can y'all just stop?
Better yet, Amber, you can stop this real easy. Put that girl out your house. She shouldn't still be there. So yeah, y'all, that's what I had. I thought I was gonna come in and talk about Brooke. I don't even want to talk about Brooke on this. I strictly want to focus on this. Since I done played this video out, I can't monetize this. But I just wanted to show this. I'm probably gonna take it down. But y'all, this is just, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. This too much. This too much. And Amber, she gonna lose her man the same way she lost him the first time, letting all kind of women come in her house. And I hate to say it like this because I really was rooting for Ernestine to try to get herself back together with Jay or whatever. But Ernestine at this point is all kind of women. She all kind of women. Ernestine is the straight up 304. If there was ever 304, she swapped out being a good woman and a wife. Well, she didn't have to stay with Jay because Jay got issues, but she exchanged that to be a 304. I said it, and I'm gonna stand 10 toes down in that because that's what she acting like. And then want to come up in Amber's house because her stuff is jacked up in her own house. She done played with her mama property. She done played with her mama legacy. And now she want to come up in here. That's it. What Bethany at? Running her mouth. And ain't got the nerve to do what Sheila's saying, do. Put her out. Hope him to say something. I see it's going to be a toast to eating with you, Ayana, and I'm going to be here. Oh, yeah, I'm on fire today. When I saw that triggered me. I don't know why it triggered me so bad. I got to talk check. Look, I'm upset. That totally triggered. I was supposed to go wash and do my house, style my house some more. That triggered me. I'm like, I got to get on here and talk about this. I didn't know I was going to drop no L-bomb because I got a little too passionate about it. And I'll admit that. Please don't like cancel my channel. But it really upset me to see this exchange. And she just like, really, y'all just going to argue back and forth like brothers and sisters? They not arguing back and forth like brothers and sisters. They not brothers and sisters. They ain't even play brothers and sisters. It's the reason Ernestine is arguing with Anthony like this. If given the opportunity, Ernestine would mess around with Anthony. I'm going to call it. The way Ernestine keeps coming for Anthony, there is an attraction there for Ernestine. And if Amber don't watch it, she's going to be playing the same song again with Anthony messing around on her, or at least her getting hurt by someone she thought was a friend because they going after her husband. And Ernestine is that type. She ain't, at this point, to me, Ernestine is no holds barred. She going to do whatever she can do. That's what I'm saying. She done totally messed up her life. She having the hardest time getting a job. Notice everybody ain't even offer her no job at her restaurant. The last restaurant she was at, she tried to push up on Kevin until she realized Kevin might have been in the Amber. And then gonna try to stand there and man up this man in his own house. And Amber just stood there and let her. And she's still in the house. Why is she still in the house? Even if Amber didn't ban her for life, it should be Amber telling her, you got to get up out my house. It's time for you to go. Get on up out my house. She put Tamara out, and Tamara hadn't even done nothing to her. They are not related. All these earnings about my cousin. Go find your real cousin. Because this ain't your cousin. And Amber ain't really, to me, Amber ain't about that for a cousin. Because when she knew this woman was cheating on Jay, she ain't told Jay nothing. I don't get it. That bothered me. They did what they meant. They did their big thing with this skit. Because they got me crunk up. They triggered me with this one. I didn't mean to say, I'm so sorry I said something I shouldn't have said, but This is why I don't really mess around with Anthony and Amber skits no more, because of dumb stuff like this. In real life, ain't nobody finna let you come in their house and disrespect their husband. All Anthony said was, hey, she spoke and he said, hey, Ernestine. Was he glad to see her? No, because they don't get along. Quit trying to act so prim and proper because you're living up there in Alpharetta or somewhere like that where the well-off people at. Quit acting like that because at the end of the day, you still a black woman with a black husband, and you got this black so-called cousin there, and you letting her come in your house and say what she want to say to your man. You chose to stay with him, and by that, you should still demand respect when somebody at your house. I don't care what he did to you. That's right. You telling Trey he can move in. You doing more and more stuff. Cause Trey ain't finna get out the streets. He might temporarily get out because he didn't have to be there in the beginning. Whew. Okay, y'all. I got it off my chest. I was really upset about this skit that I saw. It bothered me. So I wanted to come on and stream it live and get y'all reaction. So now I know I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that felt some kind of way about this. Because this was jacked up. She got on the J. Pam Treadway said she got on the J for fighting when his girlfriend showed up on Christmas in front of Ava, but she fighting in front of Kai. You know why she doing that? Because she don't care nothing about Kai. She don't care nothing about Kai. Ernestine hates that Amber is loving on Kai and taking care of Kai. If Ernestine was there and Amber had to do something, she had to watch Kai, Ernestine would probably sit there and let Kai holler the whole time. That's it, Marquise. She need to stop running this thing about what her and Anthony fighting about or when he makes her mad. Stop telling this chick stuff. Stop telling this chick stuff. Yeah, Deborah, because y'all ain't seen me good and mad in a long time. Y'all ain't seen me good and crunk up. But this skit right here, it hit. And when I say it hit home, it didn't hit home like this has happened to me before. But it hit home like, how dare you as a woman let another woman come in your house and disrespect your man like that? You don't let no woman come in your house, especially if y'all get along and y'all trying to rebuild what y'all had and y'all trying to get y'all relationship back together. The man shouldn't I was equally upset about Ben's friend. But Anthony gave Ben a warning and said, look, man, I need you to check him. And Anthony didn't show he thought that food was salty too. But it's like, Sheila. I just said Anthony pissed me off, Nancy. But I'm talking about Ernestine right here in this moment. Anthony did not do anything wrong in this moment. He walked in that kitchen with his baby in his arm. Ernestine spoke. He said, hey, that's it. When Ernestine started, that's when Anthony said what he said. Ernestine started with him. Like, what is your problem? What are you on? That's what I'm saying. Like, so in this moment right here, this is why Amber gonna mess around and lose him again. And I hope she do. Just because of this moment right here, I hope she loses. Because how dare you? Somebody like Ernestine, who you know ain't got no reason trying to come at nobody, man, no kind of way. And they supposed to think this cool. They created this kind of skit together with us. Come on now. I don't know. Maybe I'm too grown. Maybe I've been through too much as a married woman. But you're not going to, I don't care if you my sister, my mama, or my best friend, you're not going to come in my house and disrespect my husband like this. That's it, Pam Treadway. If it was my home, my house, she would be out. No one going to disrespect my husband or my kid. And she disrespected both of them. Even when he said, come on, Kai, let's go. We don't need to be in here for this. And then she said, yeah, Kai, go stay with your, cook with your mama. No, stay here and cook with your mom. That was a slap at Amber. Because that ain't not an Amber biological child. Ernestine ain't slick. And look at her stance. Amber looking confused. And Amber standing there with her. Ernestine handing there with her hand on the counter, like that's her piece. Like that's her house. No, a real friend wouldn't do that. So what now the question is, why is Ernestine hanging around? What's her angle? Is now what I want to know. Because she chose to start with him. They don't, but at least with Anthony, he did go to Ben and talk to Ben about his boy first. And they were not in Anthony's home when that guy there started on Amber as a spot. In his own home, though, he gave Ben a notice, get your boy in check, because he ain't coming up in my house with that energy at my wife. Then when he came in there with that energy, Anthony said something to him. J-Dub helped me out, man. Amber, Amber just pissed me off. She pissed me off to the point where I said, I hope Anthony cheat on her with Shayla. That's it, Cheryl. She wants something from Amber, but what is it? Ernestine is worse, J-Dub. You need to go watch this skit if you hadn't watched it. Ernestine is worse. Ernestine is a Shayla. Amber ain't no Shayla. She rose above that. But Ernestine is a freaking Shayla. Maybe to work in that restaurant, but I'm telling you, Ernestine ain't about nothing. How is Anthony wrong, Elena? And all Anthony did was walk into a room in his house with his baby. I'm talking about this specific skit right here. This skit, this interchange. He was right to call her a witch. He should have called her more than that. You ain't gonna come up in my house. I walk in, let me put it like this. You're not gonna come in my house and make me feel uncomfortable in my own house, or try to make me feel uncomfortable in my own house. That is what Ernestine just did in this skit. And Amber stood back there and pulled this number and watched it. She should have told her to get up out her house. When she told her, you're not gonna talk to my husband like that, the next sentence came out her mouth should have been, you got to go. You got to go. I think it's the restaurant. She's trying to get on at that restaurant. But I also think she clueless. And then I do have a family. You know Ava, you know Jeremy. No, you don't. Some other woman over there with your daughter raising your daughter. Because you're too busy running around with drug dealers. He have the right to say whatever he want in his house. That's his house. He didn't come at her wrong. She came at him with that negative energy. That's it, Nancy. She don't say, and this point right here, she should have said so. And I like how Anthony did this. Amber friend, Amber should handle her friend. Should have put Ernestine at her house. If not for good, at least for now. And then checked her when she walked outside. Don't you ever come out talking to my husband like this. When you got drug dealers hiding drugs and money at your mama's house. You worry about somebody coming to get you. You got a drug that just came out of jail and they finna tell him and another dude finna tell your mama house up. Jay ain't nowhere in that. Yes, Ernestine started it. I'm not talking about, I get that, Nancy. I'm not talking about that right now. The baby is here. Whether he chose to do it or not, he low down for that. Yeah, woo, 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 yeah. But in this moment, Amber has made a choice to take him back. Amber made a choice to take Anthony back. Out of all of that, so regardless of how we feel about it, that's her marriage. That's her husband. But Amber has not learned from her previous experience that she need to set boundaries with the women she letting up in her house. She has not learned from Mama Brenda to not let all these women in her house. Do you see Ernestine over at Mama Brenda's house? When last time you seen Ernestine interact with Mama Brenda? Because if Mama Brenda would have been there, she'd have shut Ernestine down and she would have reminded Amber, stop letting all these women in your house. Stop letting all these women in your house. I had an older lady. This might have been about 10, 15 years ago. We was in Walmart, as a matter of fact. And she had asked my husband. I was off looking at something else, but I started talking to my husband. She was an older lady. She'd asked my husband to get something for her off the top shelf. But just saw the interaction. So I knew it was innocent, right? And I didn't mind that. I wasn't finna trip about that. So I got what I was gonna get, and I was walking down the aisle coming back to put in the buggy because he had the buggy. So the lady looked at me and she said, I'm sorry, baby, I just needed some help. I said, you fine, ma'am, you fine, that's okay. But we looked at each other and Isaiah was like, well, why you, what? And the lady said, no, you can't do everything for women when you got your wife with you. Meaning, your wife know, you can look at a woman and tell if she know what the rules and protocol is. The rule and protocol is, you got your wife, don't be helping all these women out of stuff. Let them get their own man to help them with stuff. You ain't on the clock. Let them get an associate to help you. But I didn't mind because, this innocent. And I would have thought less of my husband. He had not helped the older lady. But that older lady knew, no, this one been raised by somebody. And I was raised by older women. Them older women told me, you don't have all kind of women up and in and out your house around your husband. I'm okay. This skit pissed me off, but I'm okay. And I just I need chat clubs. I'm so pissed off right now. I got to get it out. I also did say an accidental cuss too. I said I dropped the L-bomb. My Quizzy thought it was funny. And Pro Brandy, Looney, she missed it. She didn't get to see it, but she would have been so proud. But I'm not proud because I didn't mean to let it out like that. I don't need no Generat. But Amber really, I want Amber, at this point, if Shayla, she done had Shayla in her house 2 times that I know of, coming from upstairs. Once Shayla did what she did, that should have been it. You don't get access to my house. I don't care if I am seeing about your baby. You can come downstairs and I will go get your baby and bring your baby to you, but you don't follow me upstairs. You don't come nowhere where I'm calm, J-Dub. I'm calm at this point. I'm not finna have no conniption. My blood pressure ain't up. I'm actually pretty cool now. I did get a little riled up early, but I'm calm now. I'm just talking fast and talking pointed now. But you don't have no woman up that done did what they did to you. Supposed to be your best friend, and you let them go upstairs to get their baby. Nah, I'll bring your baby downstairs to you. You stand right here by the door, and I'll bring your baby to you. You don't come in my kitchen. Kitchen is a woman's sacred space. You don't come in my you don't come in my kitchen. You don't come in my sleeping quarters. That's private. That's an intimate area of the house. Do you understand what I'm saying? You stay right here and I bring your baby. Front porch or inside slightly by the front door. Yeah, but Cheryl, it don't take no genius to figure out what I was saying. Because if I'd have let it out, it was going to be a whole lot of other ramblings coming by that one. It's gonna be, and J-Dub, I ain't saying you to myself, I love cold weather. It ain't no mosquitoes. Whatever, man. I think Amber, J-Dub, I'm gonna entertain your point right here, right now. I think Amber is what Ernestine is what Amber would have become if they had not written her storyline differently. Yes, she did. There you go, right there. I do not understand why Amber continues to align herself with people who show that their character is less than hers. Why does she continue to align herself with people of low moral character? Until Ernestine got her life together, Ernestine could not come around my house and come around my husband. I'll meet her for lunch. But coming to my house, hanging out at my house, no. That would not happen. That would not happen. The way Amber acted in this skit, now I'm going to talk my normal tone, but I'm very serious. The way Amber conducted herself in this skit, whatever happens to her with Anthony is on her and she deserves. Because she let this, look at the stance in this shot right here. Amber looks like the confused guest. She like the interior decorator talking about the house. And Ernestine look like that's her spot. They need to. They need to. You don't let no, you don't let no woman come in your house disrespecting your husband. You don't let no woman come in your house messing with your husband. You don't let no woman come in your house and get an upper hand on you at all. That's your spot. You're the queen of that castle. That's it, Pam. You know, and I think that's the other thing that's been bothering me about Ernestine as well. You hardly see her with her daughter. She essentially has turned what's her name into Amber. She ain't tripping now because she got a babysitter to take care of Ava, so she don't have to be responsible for while she go and 304 around with J-Mo and Trey and only God knows who else. In a minute, she gonna be after Ben. How much you want to bet? I give you 6 months, if even 6 months. Ernestine is either gonna go after Ben because she mad with Danielle because of how Danielle came at her, or she gonna go after Anthony. They arguing too much. Remember on O'Neill's channel, I think it was O'Neill, when he was talking about how Amber and that guy were going at it. It's like they were setting Amber up with this new love interest because they can't stand each other so much. It's the same thing. You juxtapose Amber and Ernestine, Amber and Darren, and Ernestine and Anthony. And notice what Amber said. So y'all just gonna like little sister and little brother, like brother and sister is going back and forth. You fool. No, they not brother and sister though. Ain't no blood there. So ain't nobody gonna call incest if he slide up in her. I'm sorry to say it that graphically, but that's it. If him and Ernestine took a roll in the hay, ain't nobody gonna tell. So well, they used to argue like brothers and sisters. No. First chance Ernestine gets, she'll try. Because why is Amber in the nice house? Ernestine is another Shayla. Well, before she the queen of the, before Shayla is the lady of the house, Ernestine finna take a spin on that block. Jay does he never liked Amber from the very beginning. Pam Trevor, she was all over Rome when he was at Amber house that day and acted a fool. Yes, she acted like a fan girl. Minister Yolanda, thank you. I'm so glad you're on here. Say a prayer for me, honey. Somebody said, and I don't recall where I saw it, that they think Amber is actually Sugar and is working with Stacks, aka Malachi, to destroy Anthony. She's strategically taking these L's. It might have been me, because I did say that. I said that myself. I don't know if somebody else said it, but I said it. I was analyzing the situation, and I was talking about all the different people who could be Sugar, because we hadn't heard anything else about Sugar. And so one of my theories was that Sugar was actually Amber, because it don't make sense that Amber is taking all of these L's. She's taking way too many L's, and that is strategic that she's doing it. My other thought is maybe once I met Danielle is white, Sugar is white, maybe Danielle is sugar. Like maybe Danielle has linked up. You know, like that mad money that she might have tucked away throughout the years when Ben and still might have had when Ben was cheating on her, that maybe she is sugar, and somewhere or another was hooked up with Malachi. And I saw a connection between Danielle and Malachi through the woman that Darren is married to, because the woman that Darren is married to is actually the sister of the girl that Malachi was dating when him and Rose split up. When Malachi was in that wheelchair, he had that white nurse. That is her sister. Well, that's the woman that played her sister. I think she's still playing the same character. That is her sister. So that's a direct line between Malachi and Danielle. The other lines between Malachi and Amber, both of them need to get even with Anthony. And I also say Malachi need to get even with Anthony. Malachi's son, Malachi Jr. and Amber are brother and sister. Malachi Jr. has been pissed off at Anthony ever since he messed over his sister. So I think you might have been watching me. Somebody else could have said the same thing, but I know I said it on my channel as well. That's it, Nancy. I'm the queen of the castle, and yeah, Naughty. Naughty over there playing Amber. She babysitting Ernestine's daughter. And now Ernestine's daughter, Ava, is actually acting out because she didn't want to eat that sandwich because it wasn't cut right. It wasn't cut how Ernestine do it. I agree with you. My quiz said they don't even act like brother and sister, because if that's how it is, you should pull your brother to the side and pull his coattails so Amber could have kept that brother sister mess. Yeah, she come with something different than that. Jay got a nice house. What Ernestine got? Ernestine had an opportunity to get her family back when Mama AJ died. When Mama AJ died, Jay was right there with her and for her, helping her. Not just because of the mother of his child, because he had feelings for her and he still loved her. She had an opportunity to put her family back together, but she still chose a drug dealing Trey who was messing with her friend over Jay. Yep. Ernestine going. She there for a reason. It's either for a job at the restaurant, or it's because Ben took interest in her, and now she's gonna try to go after Ben because she needs somebody. She needs somebody legit. Ernestine needs somebody legit to fund her lifestyle now. She used to having money at her disposal because the drug dealers been giving her money. They've been taking care of her. Jay ain't got it like that where he can take care of Ernestine. I believe that, Nancy. Danielle is going to help Amber get her money. And I hope Ben going to tell what Anthony said. Because don't get twisted. I still want Anthony to get his. Minister Yolanda says, and I think Darren is going to make a play for Amber, so he'll expose Anthony to try to win her over. Yep. She knows what to do with money. She knows what to do with it. I'm not going to take that from her. I do believe he will not let Amber hide Ernestine. Amber had forgiven and gave access to the very one who still wants her husband and dismisses anyone that tells her she ain't no good. Exactly. Melissa, exactly. So somebody need to make this make sense to me, because I'm looking at this like, oh girl, you some kind of stupid. You some kind of stupid. And the way this woman just stood up here and let this woman disrespect her house. She disrespected her house, her husband, and her stepchild. And stayed you don't you ever call me. No, get up out these folks' house with that energy you done came in here with. And Anthony's right, she is a witch. She brought toxicity with her. And Amber keep letting it. She letting cancer roll back on up through her house and her relationship. Whew, now I feel better. I got it off my chest. I had to get it off my chest. I had to. Y'all, I'm gonna go and see what else I didn't mean to be on her 45. I thought I was gonna be on about 15 minutes. I did not think I was gonna be on her 45 minutes. I'm gonna hop off and go wait for the next Bethany and them skit to drop. I just reacted to one with Jaden and Brooke talking. Them Wayne skits didn't upset me like this skit right here did. You want to walk around like you the queen of your house, and you let this woman come up in here and disrespect your household like this. You chose to be with the man, but you chose to let her come up in here and do this. Yes, J-Dub, I see why. I still like Amber, but I don't like what Amber just did. And I think whatever Amber gets, whatever she gets, she gets. Whatever she gets, she gets. Looney, you might have to rewatch this too before I take it down, because your girl dropped the F-bomb. I caught it. But it was a good, strong one. It was a good, strong one too, girl. You would have been so proud. J-Dub had to check on me, make sure I was all right. Because I was hot. I was on one. Yeah, you need to watch the skit. I played it in here, but you need to go watch the skit. Because you're going to be just as mad. Just because I think, and I think if anyone has ever been a wife, or if you are a wife, when you see this skit, it's going to be triggering for you. Because this is somebody who's supposed to be Amber's friend and supposed to have her back. And Ernestine always comes with that energy. Always come with that energy. That is unnecessary when her own stuff ain't together. And I think I might have felt different. And even like Shauna at the restaurant. Amber can do whatever she want to do at that restaurant. That's her restaurant now. Okay, Marquisa. But that's her restaurant now. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Deborah wants to know why you like Shayla so much. She trying to understand. She asked him legit. She legit trying to understand why you like Shayla. And Amber just stood there like really lump before she actually said something that had any type of meaning. But the thing she should have said, she didn't say. Amber could have dressed Ernestine all the way down in this skit. She could have dressed her up from the top to the bottom and back up to the top again, and chose not to. She chose to stand there looking stupid and just said, "Don't be talking to my husband like that." And then instead of telling this woman to get the heck out of her house. Minister Yolanda, I'm so glad you said this. Ernestine is jealous because Amber and Anthony got back together when they were supposed to be separated and wasn't running men. That's it. And she wasn't running men. What, she had that one Spaniard guy? And they cut that storyline short, but at least she got a trip. That's what I'm saying. Because it don't matter. And that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. It don't matter what the husband or the wife have done in the past. If the husband or wife decided to stay together or to reunite and get their stuff back together, you can't come in them folks' house saying what you want to say and doing what you want to do. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. That ain't how it's supposed to go. And folks in Atlanta right now to be talking about what because Amber done blazed the city up. But why do you love her, J-Dub? Why? Is it because she's pretty? Because she's supposed to be fine? Like, why is it that you love Shayla so much? You told us why you don't like Amber. I get that. But why do you love Shayla? So what about Shayla and her character make you love her? Because I don't get it. Sheila said Holstein is what she is. It's the disrespect of her mom's home that did it for me with her. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't get it. I don't get it, Sheila. And Amber know what she has done. She know what she done did. And then you think you can come here and try to check my husband in front of our baby? In front of our baby. Because that's on innocent child. Shayla ain't even taking care of that child. Hardly. She left that child. And see, if the mom was smart and really wanted to get rid of Shayla, all he had to do was call Anthony and say, hey, look, I broke up with Shayla again yesterday. I'm trying to leave the house. She wouldn't let me leave the house. She left Kai in the house by herself and ran and got in my car and would not go. I had to go back in the house just so she would go back in the house to take care of her child. I done told y'all, Luna, you funny. I done told you, J-Dub like for a woman to slash 3 of his tires so he knows it's real. That crazy little, he must be. He can take his fatal attraction on. I don't need that. I have a stalker, and it's not fun. And my stalker of his still pop up every once in a while. That's what I'm saying, Luna. He really wanted to get rid of. He could have got him. You know, and Amber already done tried to tell Anthony, even though she told him, gave him too much information and put something else on his mind. Shayla, something is wrong with Shayla. Shayla is off. She is crazy. There is something wrong with Shayla. And he clueless. I think he would have lost it too. But if Iman wanted to get rid of her, that's all he had to do was call Anthony. Call Wayne and tell Wayne to tell Anthony to come over and get his baby. I'd have drove the hell out my car and got in my car and kept it moving. J-Dub talking like he done had 8 tires slashed. Do that. J-Dub, you must got some money. You must got some money on you. Clearly, you want what you want too, J-Dub. Clearly, you want what you want. Because ain't no way. Ain't no way. Deborah said Shayla told Elisa she would die for a man and leave her baby an orphan. Yeah. She crazy. But Ernestine wouldn't come to my house doing what she doing. That's the whole point of this little thing here that I done had. Yes, she need pay on trailway. She needs a mental institution. Noonan says, J-Dub, where they new tires? I got a cousin that needs a grippy sock vacation for you. She's bougie though. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna let y'all have that. All right, y'all. I done calm down. I'm about to go. Minister Yolanda, thank you so much for your insight because you are absolutely on point. Everybody else on here is absolutely on point too. I can't believe they wrote this skit like this. They improv this skit this way. Girl, he like crazy clearly. Maybe we need to pull some Glenn Close out. And for those, I know Marquis saying I gotta take my stuff down, but for those who may have been offended when I went on my rant, I do apologize because I normally I don't. This one got me really in the. I don't even know how to make it through Montana. And that may be what it is. Because I had just watched Jaden with Brooke, calling Brooke on the phone, and that was triggering for me because that pissed me off. But then I got upset, and I done posted that reaction. I think I posted it. Let me make sure I posted it. It went up. Yeah, it's up. It's public. I got upset about that, but then I went behind that one and I watched this. And normally when I do that, I drop it. But I didn't drop it then. And I came in. I need to talk check look. Because this right here, we need to talk about this. Yeah, we can agree to disagree, Elena. But I don't think Amber should have had to call Ernestine. I think Anthony was well within his right to say what he wanted to say in his house. And if Ernestine don't like it, fine. Ernestine started at him. Should have kept her mouth closed. She just said, when she said, hey, Amber, he said, hey, Ernestine, and said back, and he was coming to get what he was getting for his child, she should have shut her mouth. And I'm going to stand on that. I'm going to stand on that because she came for her. Period. She came for him. And he had every right. That's that man's house. Can't go up in nobody's house disrespecting them like that. You can't. And once things started to go left, Amber should have kindly told her fake cousin to get up out her real house and stop disrespecting her real husband. Glad you calmed down. I thank God you do commentary on stuff that's hot versus that crappy Christian Roxler. No, I don't talk about that. I will. I make sure I have my sign out then. Oh, I got them right here, but I need to talk today. I need to talk. Like I said, I don't really react to their skits. I watch them, but this one right here, I need to talk about this. What you talking about, Looney? Jay would have put Amber all the way out of his house. It has happened before when Amber has said something and Amber had to leave that house. Should have kept her mouth shut. And I don't know not damn man that wouldn't have said something to her when she came at him. Leave that energy outside the door, on the curb. Don't even come in front of my house with that energy. And then look what Ernestine has on, y'all. Ernestine has on a checkered print, a black and white cat suit. That's what she has on. She just happens to have a trench coat on over it. But Ernestine has on a cat suit. Why are you coming to Amber's house with a cat suit on? That's a cat suit. And some boots. Now, what Ernestine trying to catch? Act like she didn't do nothing wrong, and then act like she was offended when he called her a witch. She did. He should have called her worse than that. There you go. I know my husband would have. Y'all, one time I was on the phone with somebody, and this person started telling me what somebody said. But I said, I don't talk to nobody. And who said something I supposedly said? Because if I got something to say about you, even if I don't say it to your face in that moment, if somebody come at you and said I said something, I'm not gonna say nothing to you that I wouldn't say to the person's face. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not like that. If I said to you, I likely have already said to that person, or I would say it to that person. Well, not Ayana. Ayana went, I'm like, well, who said I said so? It triggered me and got me so upset. And my husband happened to be home. And I had gone off. She probably already got syphilis and VD and everything else. All the good old-fashioned ones that you can't hardly get rid of now. But my husband went off. He went to showing out, and this is when I first started having, like, dealing with chronic pain and stuff like that. My husband went off so bad and cussed her out through that phone so bad. I mean, he would walk through, he was just going out. It was like thunder going through the house. He cussed them folks out so bad on the phone. He was like, "Help that, blah, 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 blah." That's probably why you see now dealing with them, son. My husband was going off so bad. And I ain't say a word. I ain't even try to stop him. Because I knew at that point, oh, he mad about me now. Not at me, but he's mad about me. Because somebody called with that energy. And then instead of telling me who said so I confront the person, well, now I'm not going to say, well, why did you call to upset me then? Why would you call and tell me something I said when I don't even know what you're talking about? And then you don't even tell me what they say I said. You're just saying, well, I know Ayana went. What did I say? And who said I said it? Mess that I didn't need. And my husband showed out. My husband don't play about me. Now, we might get into our little arguments and spats and stuff, but my husband don't play about me. I'm coming on at 8:30 tonight. I'm going to be on from 8:30 to 9:30. You'll have plenty of time to go to bed because I ain't staying on that long. See that what I'm saying? You told to get out. Y'all put family members out my house. And they wouldn't even at my husband. I just put them out because, look, you got to go. You messing with if you mess with my husband, my money, and my children, you got to go. You can't be in my house. You cannot be in my house. Melissa says if Amber hasn't told Shayla to not be all up in her house, why dismiss Steen? Shayla wears nothing and bends over. She hasn't been asked to change her look as they should. Look, I get that, Melissa. But I'm saying is in this moment, I wouldn't have put up with nobody in my house coming at my husband sideways. And then when I tell them to be quiet, they still want to talk stuff and want to act like they want to act like they bigger in my house than me. In this moment, Amber allowed Ernestine to make her smaller than what she is. That is Amber's home, and that is Amber's husband. In that moment, Ernestine tried to make Amber smaller. And she made Amber smaller than what she is. She made Amber less significant. She didn't respect the game. She broke girl code. The difference is Shayla in that moment was just coming to pick up her son or put her son down. Amber allowed her to carry her in the room. I wouldn't have let her carry him in the room, but whatever. Ernestine had whole words for somebody. Ernestine was totally out of pocket in this particular moment. That's what I'm focusing on. I don't want to talk about nothing from the past. I'm talking about in this particular moment where Amber knowing everything and all the dirt Ernestine has done. She stood there and let that man talk about it. She stood there and let that woman talk to her husband crazy in front of his child. That baby didn't need none of that attention. He just had attention, even though Anthony don't know it. The little child just had attention yesterday with his crazy mama leaving him in the house by himself, running after a man. That's it. She went totally insane, and now she a wimp. She's a wimp. Like, how much more wimpy Amber do we need to see? Because now I'm starting to think maybe Amber ain't sugar. If she is sugar, I need to see it. Because all this, you're talking about almost a straight year of nothing but L's for this woman. Nothing but L's. It don't make no sense. Makes no sense whatsoever. I can't understand. And she a different kind of wimpy now, J-Dub. Different kind of wimpy. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. All right, guys, I've got to go. I will check in with y'all tonight in 3 hours. So y'all be ready because I'm sure we're going to have some bets in this stuff. I guess they are still gearing up for the Montana trip because we did have movement today. Brooke is now, she got to ask Larry, but Brooke is now going to be going to Montana. And I feel a way about it. I feel a way about how she came about to be going to Montana. I don't like it. And y'all going to see why when y'all watch my reaction. Peace and a big bundle of grease. I'm going for real now. Bye, y'all.